Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. Ben Maller, the king of the overnights.
This is symbolic.
The king of lists.
You got sunshine, stigma, and antidepressants.
The king of topic radio.
And we'll put all this together and we'll make some cream pie.
He's Ben Maller.
He's dependable. You know what you're going to get.
And he's the king, so bow down.
And the final point here.
It's the Ben Maller Show, and you can hear it right here. 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific. On Fox Sports Radio. What are you waiting for? Go, go, go. We're going to give you some names.
Are you ready?
Dan.
Oh, yeah, that guy's back again.
Paulie.
He's going to be the best in his position.
C.
Just to play devil's advocate, guys.
McLovin.
We're just friends here.
And Fritz.
Fritzy, I have complete confidence in you. Are you ready? No.
Those names work on the Dan Patrick Show. You can hear all those names right here.
You know what I said, kiss my asterisk.
What? Weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific on Fox
He's the home
Sports
of
Radio.
San Diego sports. KLSD AM and KGB FM HD2. And now K277D8, San Diego.
Fox Sports Trending now.
This report presented by TrueCar. You need to make good choices, and with TrueCar, you got a star on your roster. So when you're ready to sell or trade in your car, check out TrueCar. True cash offer not available in all areas. Today at the ladies singles final at Wimbledon, Simona Halep defeated Serena Williams 6-2, 6-2 in just 56 minutes. On Friday night in Anaheim, the Angels pitched a combined no-hitter against the Mariners in their first home game since the passing of their teammate, pitcher Tyler Skaggs.
And this is ground ball to second base. Brent Heathel falls down, picks it up, fires the first. The Angels have no hit. The Seattle Mariners.
The call on Fox Sports West, it was Taylor Cole pitching the first 2 innings, Felix Pena for the final 7 in a 13-0 victory. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
We are Foghorn.
Now here's something we hope you really like.
This is the Jason McIntyre Show.
Yes, folks. Yes, yes, yes.
The Jason McIntyre Show.
You're not going to hear it anywhere else.
Jason McIntyre.
Because nobody else thinks like this.
That's what I thought. Shut up.
The Jason McIntyre Show is now.
Do you understand?
Live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. Here's your host, Jason McIntyre.
Hour number 2 here on Fox Sports Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Jason McIntyre, coming to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. I always like to start the second hour off with a little hashtag dad life. We won our second and third grade basketball summer league game Thursday. So we're up to, 3-1, 4-1, whatever it is. But we have a tough game today. Tough one. We are playing a pretty big team.
Sure that Mitch McConnell sticks to his word. And over the next week or two, we're going to keep the pressure on the Senate.
Labor Secretary Alex Acosta has resigned. He chose to step down amid controversy over a plea deal he made in 2008 for accused sex trafficker and financier Jeffrey Epstein.
I do not think it is right and fair for this administration's Labor Department to have Epstein as the focus rather than the incredible economy that we have today.
You're listening to USA Radio News.
America is built and based on liberties and freedoms. Liberty HealthShare brings that to healthcare. The liberty of choosing your own doctor, the liberty of choosing your own hospital. Liberty HealthShare makes healthcare affordable to millions of Americans. Ignite your liberty. Sharing plans starting at $199 for a single, $399 for a couple, and no matter how big the family, only $529. That's $529 for the entire family. To learn how you can save, go to lightyourliberty.com. That's lightyourliberty.com.
President Trump is defending the immigration raids he's ordered. USA's Chris Barnes has more.
People come into our country illegally. We're taking them out legally.
The president speaking with reporters outside the White House before boarding Navy One on Friday morning, saying,
"It's not something I like doing, but people have come into our country illegally. We're focused on criminals."
The president saying the sweeps will target undocumented immigrants who have final deportation orders, but there's concern among the Latino community that the raids will result in so-called collateral deportations, or even those not originally targeted will get swept up as well.
Over 200 million Americans take supplements daily, despite evidence that they're poorly absorbed. But a new pill-free nutrient delivery system is changing that. Margie Edelman is a naturopathic physician.
Healthy Cell has just launched Bioactive Multi, the first supplement that features an advanced microgel science for maximum absorption. Now, anyone who takes a multivitamin can upgrade to the first pill-free experience that delivers the nutrients that they need in a great-tasting, more effective format. They can enjoy it straight from the single-serve gel pack, by adding it to a drink or meal, or even by blending it into a smoothie.
How else is this beneficial?
For people with difficulty swallowing pills, it can be especially helpful, and it's a more natural approach, eliminating the need for synthetic binding glues, fillers, and coatings that are listed as other ingredients in many supplements.
For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
This is an urgent health notice for all residents suffering from back, neck, knee, and wrist pain. You may qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you, but the deadline is fast approaching. Simply call the Health Alert Hotline now.
You heard right. You may qualify for a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace. These items may even be covered by Medicare or your private insurance. The Health Alert Hotline is your brace company. These specialized braces have been tested for pain relief. Call us toll-free right now to determine your eligibility and to learn how to use your private insurance or Medicare to minimize your out-of-pocket cost. Don't wait. If the deadline passes, you may lose your opportunity to get a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace at little or no cost to you.
800-513-0061. 800-513-0061. 800-513-0061. That's 800-513-0061.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
It is 6 minutes after the hour. Happy weekend. Good morning. It is Saturday morning here in San Diego, in fact, across the country. And we are with you for the next couple of hours every weekend. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook Live. Those that are listening, streaming via BizTalk Radio. And here in San Diego, first hour heard always right there, AM 1240. Thank you so much. Great show lined up today, 2 full hours. You'll see an object, I'm sure, if you're watching us on Facebook. You'll see an unfamiliar face. We're going to explain all that as we get into today's show. I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco. They're buddying up real close together. What's going on? You know what? Let me do one thing first.
Turn my mic on?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, first day on the job. Sorry about that. Tiger, welcome, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, there's so much fun stuff happening, right?
I wish I had your tan or your skin, man. You look good. Got that nice dark look going.
Right after the show, I'm heading up to
I wish I had his age.
Yeah.
You're heading where?
To not Northern California, Central California. I'm San Jose area.
Okay. Well, that's Northern California.
Visit Janine's family for the next week. Ooh, yay.
Are you going to the San Jose Heritage Rose Garden?
No, but we are going to the Gilroy Gardens. And
there's nothing there but garlic.
And
Society garlic, California garlic.
And I'm going to visit a nursery up in Gilroy that does mail order shipping.
Are we talking about the garlic capital of the world up there?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Gilroy. They have garlic ice cream, Bryan.
They actually got a boost this year from all of the turmoil that's going on in trade and tariffs and all that stuff.
Right.
That garlic became much more profitable this year.
Ah.
Yeah, so they're thriving.
I love garlic. Love it. Like chopped onions cooking in a pan. I can't do garlic ice cream, John.
I know.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
I can't do garlic at all anymore.
That to me, that's like trying to force something that's not going to work.
I think it's only for the garlic festival up there. Just like in Fallbrook, they have avocado ice cream during the avocado festival.
See, but avocado ice cream you can do. It's kind of creamy. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it.
The garlic.
The garlic, it's just a hint, but still, it's
not a hint that I want in my ice cream.
Well, it might not be plain garlic. It might be like garlic chocolate chip.
I love putting a little clove in my chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Yeah, keep adding ingredients, John. We'll get there.
My mother used to eat garlic cloves just by themselves, right?
Yeah.
Which I guess is healthy for you. But she would cut it up, and sometimes instead of squeezing it or grating on the salad, she'd have a chunk in there. And my dad would every now and then bite into one, and he hated that more than anything. And we'd be at the dinner table, and I'd hear, "Oh, Jen, you put chocolate bars in the salad again." I don't know why he called them chocolate bars, but
that's funny.
It was an adventure every time you had dinner at my house.
A little mystery in each meal.
I guess that's why there was a bottle of wine at the dinner table every night.
Okay, just a reminder, a few ways to get a hold of us. You can call us via the phone, obviously, 855-424-9825. John at GardenAmerica.com. But the best way, most people right there on Facebook Live posting their questions and comments. And today's going to be a very interesting show. We're going to repeat some information and talk about some things we have in the past, but perhaps to give you some more clarity and educate you on what's happening in the world of gardening and some of the tools that we're going to be using and things that you might want to look forward to in the future. John, you had a good week, didn't you?
Yeah, last Saturday we missed you. You were under the weather.
A little under. Thought I was going to come back up, but the clouds stayed there.
Yeah, so my son was married, and they're off in the Caribbean right now having a great time. And
did they go to the Caribbean or the Caribbean? I forget. Which one did they go to?
They went to the East Caribbean.
Okay, gotcha.
You can call it Caribbean.
The tomato.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so
and then the best part about the whole week was I have electricity to my trailer.
Wow!
So I don't have to use a generator.
Does it feel like the mid-1800s for the first time?
Well, it's like the Industrial Revolution has finally hit it's the end of Stagecoach in Fallbrook. But the weather, and just in time, too, because the weather's heating up.
Boy.
Palm Springs area is, they have heat advisories. They're like from 114 to 116 all week now.
You know what else they have this time of year there? Great hotel rates.
Yeah.
It's off season. So we go this time of the year. I don't care. I'm not going to be standing outside. It's air conditioning and pools.
Yeah.
But
the pools are pretty warm, though.
Yeah, but they got the misters going. I like that. Yeah. But yeah, so 100, you said 115?
Right, 115 up to 116.
Wow.
And then I think they've cut it back a little bit for North County inland, was going to be in the 90s for a week, but now it's just 3 days in the low 90s. And then I guess towards mid to late next week, it drops back into the 70s. So all in all, we've had a relatively mild spring.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
In Southern California, and plants have been growing really well. We usually, I'd say first part of June, don't you think, Tiger? Normally it heats up a lot and everything kind of stops growing except the tropicals.
We had the perfect conditions this year because we had all the rain and then moderate temperatures going into summer for a longer period of time.
Right.
Yeah. By now, usually everything's kind of turning into charcoal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, by July, everything that's it's hot usually by now. So
now, do you think we're going to continue the heat into October? Sometimes into November.
Usually October's our hottest month, is what I recall. And you get Santa Ana winds that dry everything out. When you get those really hot winds, there's really nothing that you can do with certain plants like fuchsias or tuberous begonias. You can't give them more water. That doesn't help.
No.
They can't take it up fast enough. So if you ever are in a dry, windy situation with those conditions, the only thing you can do is if you've got a plant that can be moved, bring it in the house or put it in the garage until the conditions change.
I'm looking.
Go ahead, Tiger.
Well,
this is your time to shine.
He's got this clock in front of him, and all over it says talk.
No, I see.
Talk.
He's looking at the log to see when we're going to go to a commercial break.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because with all this talk of heat and not wanting to get outside, especially if you're in Palm Springs, it's a great time to look at what we're going to be talking about today on the show, which is the Automower, the Husqvarna Automower, because if it's 115 degrees outside, the last thing you want to do is go and mow your lawn, right?
Absolutely.
So,
and that's what if you're on Facebook Live, that's the object you're looking at. Looks like a big turtle.
I like that. It looks like a big turtle that roams around and cuts your lawn for you.
Oh,
so
I
don't
believe it. You mean I can set it and forget it?
You set it and forget it, and it mows your lawn.
I don't believe it, Tiger.
And so we're going to be talking with Dennis Huggen with Husqvarna today.
And that is Dennis. If you're watching Facebook Live, that is Dennis to the right of Tiger.
I'm really anxious to find out if they're working on a rose pruning, automatic rose pruner. The robotic rose pruner to go through your rose beds, prune the roses.
Can it do 1,000 in an afternoon, please?
So yeah, this is that's great technology in terms of automatically you can set it and it'll if I understand you correctly, you can set the pattern for where you want to be mowed.
No, you just set the area where you want it to be mowed. You set the times, how often you want it to be mowed, and then it mows your lawn. So for those of the people right now we're talking about 115 degrees heat, or you're away for the week because it's vacation time.
Sure.
And you're not going to be around to mow your lawn, this is a great device that helps you. And, I mean, aside from that, it's also got other benefits to why you would want to use it over a standard lawnmower.
Here's another benefit. If you're on vacation, people see it mowing your grass.
They think you're home.
They think you're home. Exactly.
Only if they had it back when Home Alone was shot.
Right,
and,
exactly.
Macaulay Culkin could have set that in the front yard and the burglars never would have came, right?
Yeah, that's great. You said that perfectly. 1990 movie. Very good. Very good. Hey, John, you must have the quote of the day, right? We've got the newsletter that came out. We've got our trip to Europe to talk about. We've got a lot of things, our YouTube channel. So busy here in Garden America land.
Oh, we've got to talk about our tour. That's going to be a lot of fun. But the quote of the week is, life already has so many boundaries and pressures. Why add more in the garden? It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. Your neighbors are going to talk about you anyway.
Very true.
And that was from our friend Felder Rushing.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah.
He's that kind of that guy that wore
Southern
the hat.
guy, yeah.
Wore the hat. Very interesting.
Written some books, and
he came across to me as a guy that would like to live off the grid. A little bit.
Could be. He wrote a book on garden bottles. Do you remember that? Bottle Trees, I think, was the name of the book.
Exactly.
And he would save old bottles and stick them on ends of branches.
Where did we see him?
I think when we went to Marysville, Ohio to Scott's.
Exactly. Yeah. That was a fun time.
It was either that or when we went to North Carolina to see Bayer Advance.
That was Bayer. I think it was Ohio when we went to the gardens there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So. And that was several years ago. So we're going to talk about our trip coming up May, June of 2020 to one of the most beautiful parts of the world. And, of course, our guest, Dennis, is here. We're going to be talking Husqvarna, the technology and things that are happening. So much more than lawnmowers and motorcycles. A great history. When we come back, again, call us at 855-424-9825. John at GardenAmerica.com. Streaming on Biz Talk Radio, Facebook Live. Questions, comments. Don't be shy. Dennis is with us. Tiger Palafox. John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan, Maine. Facebook Live, Biz Talk Radio. Gonna take a break, coming right back after this.
Mosquitoes can transmit deadly diseases including Zika and West Nile virus, but Summit Mosquito Dunks kill mosquitoes before they're old enough to bite. Just float an organic mosquito dunk in ponds, bird baths, rain barrels, and any standing water to kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Don't worry, mosquito dunks won't harm people, pets, fish, or wildlife. Mosquito dunks are available at fine garden centers, hardware stores, and online retailers. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Do you owe $10,000 or more on at least 2 federal student loans? Then you may qualify for new programs offered by the Department of Education. These programs can reduce your interest, lower your payments, and possibly qualify you for loan forgiveness. If you have $10,000 or more and at least 2 federal student loans and currently not in school, you may qualify for one of these programs. Call now to check your eligibility. Student loan advisors are standing by to help you determine if you qualify for these new programs. They can help you reduce your interest, lower your payment, and even forgive a portion of your student loan debt. Take control of your financial future. Make this free 5-minute free call now to Nationwide Student Loans and learn how you can reduce your student loan debt.
800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
855-680-2173, 855-680-2173, 855-680-2173. That's 855-680-2173.
It may have been a messy divorce that suddenly cut your income in half, but not your bills. It might have been an injury or illness, or your boss just cutting back your hours. It doesn't really matter how you got in over your head. It only matters that you are, and that we're here to help. If you've got over $10,000 in credit card debt and you can't ever see breaking free, then call Action Debt and do it now. Being in over your head is a vicious cycle. One day late, they charge you a late fee. Miss a payment, they double your rate. You just don't think it's fair, and neither do we. This is not bankruptcy or just a simple rate reduction plan. We fight for you using our proven experience in the insider programs that credit card companies try to hide. If you owe at least $10,000 to the credit card companies, you owe it to yourself to call Action Debt at 800-384-7099. Just because you got in over your head doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. Call 800-384-7099 today and we can be on your side tomorrow. 800-384-7099. 800-384-7099.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
We are back. It is your Saturday morning here, Garden America. Thank you for your support. Tuning in on Facebook Live each and every week. Again, you can call us, 855-424-9825. Questions, comments with our guest, Dennis. Also, John at gardenamerica.com. Best bet, though, if you're on Facebook, is to put your questions, your comments right there. We'll continue to monitor. Right now, going to talk about Husqvarna here on this Saturday morning, Garden America. Tiger, let's blast off and see what happens.
All right. So this morning we have located in studio with us Dennis Huggin with Husqvarna, and he's the regional sales manager, regional salesperson? Territory.
Go ahead and bring that mic up close, Dennis. Sure. As you can. There you go.
For Husqvarna, which, he deals with not only the Automower, but battery tools, gas tools, things like that. But today we're going to be focusing on their product, the Automower. And so, Dennis, for the people that are just now tuning in, tell us what is the Automower and what it will do for people.
Well, the Automower is a totally robotic animated mower. So this allows you to install it in your lawn, enjoy a healthy, beautiful, consistent looking lawn while saving you time.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because I'm intrigued by this. I love technology.
Yeah.
So it does a lot of things on its own, from what I understand. It's got a charging station. And if I understand correctly, you can set it up to when it'll take itself out of the charging station, mow your lawn, and go back into the charging station?
Actually, you don't do any of that. There's no setup at all. It does it all itself. Yep. So after the first installation of a boundary wire, you turn it on and let it roam the yard.
And the boundary wire is kind of like for those people that have a pet in a dog,
sure,
and they put a boundary wire in their yard to keep their dog within the fenced area.
Same idea.
Same concept. You drop this in the ground, or you can drop it right on the surface, and the Automower knows where that wire is. It'll go up to that point, turn around, and go the other way when it gets close. So, as Dennis is saying, as long as that boundary wire is set up, it knows where it can go and where it can't go. And then it just kind of will start to mow your lawn from there on out. And there's even a weather timer, right, where it can kind of adjust itself.
Right. Well, we call it a weather timer, but it's just an all-around timer. So you can use it. So if you're using the yard, or if it's a heavy traffic day and you want to turn the Automower off, you can go in and set it and have it only work on specific days or times. So very convenient.
And it leaves the clippings in the grass, which is healthy, obviously, right?
Yeah. Real different from traditional mowing, where you're coming in every couple of weeks and taking a few inches off, up to a few inches off. I kind of refer to this as a grazer. It's meant to cut more often, and the clippings are much smaller. So there's no green waste. All the clippings go back into the lawn, so it reduces watering, fertilization. It's a lot healthier for the lawn.
Yeah, and, aside from the water and fertilization, people don't know this all the time, but when you mow your lawn and you mow your lawn in the same direction week in, week out, that's actually kind of harmful for the lawn because it makes the blades lay a certain way. And then if you ever try to mow against the grain, it's very difficult. And it's funny because you'll actually have physical difficulty mowing your lawn against the grain after you've been mowing it a certain way for a long time. Well, with the Automower, the way it cuts and the randomness that it cuts at, the blades I
know what you're talking about. It doesn't go one way the whole time.
Right. And rather than having these lines, which some people like in their lawn, and that's fine, but it just always has a even, green, beautiful look to it. Always. Any day you walk out there, it's just looks even and green, and it's just wonderful. And
it does a better job than we can do.
Right.
Yeah.
I call it that lush carpet look. So it's got a cross pattern. It looks random to us, but it actually has some internal cut software, and you have that green carpet look.
Is that pre-programmed into the mower?
Absolutely. There's no additional programming needed.
So you don't have to be a technology whiz to operate this, because I think it might scare some people who still have their VCRs flashing midnight.
No, I think it offers a little bit to both people that are into technology and that aren't, because there are some connective features. You can connect it to a smart home. We have a free app that you can connect to and control.
I can sit here. I take my phone right here and start it at home, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Give it commands. Put it on a timer. Raise or lower the blade.
Will it serve drinks to people around the pool?
Not yet.
You're not there yet, but you will be.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, when it comes to ease of mowing a lawn, it's a big deal. Now, a lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, well, does it make sense for me? And there are some kind of restraints for it. Like you can't walk from your front yard to your backyard and start mowing your front yard also. But if you have a connected area where it can pass through and go into the front, it definitely can mow your front and backyard. There are some small areas where it's difficult to go. It can't go down a 2-foot path down the side of your house very well. But you could also set it to a boundary wire or a guide wire that could set it past your 2-foot path into your backyard.
Do you see Rick's question on Facebook?
No. Oh, here we go.
Excuse me.
Does it matter if you see use a rotary mower versus a reel and trimmer type mower? Different kinds of grass require different kinds of care. Yeah, and Dennis, I think that you could probably answer that because, the Automower is, I guess, what would we call that?
Is it adaptable?
A rotary mower. Well, it's a rotary mower, so it spins, and versus a reel mower, which...
Yeah, like the old push mowers.
Yeah, like the old push mowers. I guess they would spin on a different axis.
Right.
The Automower is more geared towards like a fescue lawn, St. Augustine and stuff. But for like tiff green, a Bermuda grass, which is very short, would it be able to do that or no? Not so much.
Yeah, not specifically for like a Bermuda or tiff grass, but it works really well with St. Augustine's or any type of fescues, dwarf fescues specifically. So the blade's a lot different than a traditional mower. It's not a single bladed. It's not a rotary blade. It's a stainless steel skid plate, and attached to the skid plates are 3 collapsible blades.
Yeah, here, actually, I'm going to get up and I'm going to show the camera while you're describing these, because that way they can people can see it.
Sure. So there's a couple of reasons why it's designed this way, or some of the benefits of the design of this product is the skid plate. So if you have kids and there's toys, pine cones, things like that, it doesn't hold up or mess with the blades. And the safety feature too. So the safety features is those collapsible blades. So they're very sharp, but if they hit anything stronger than a twig, the blades are going to be fold back in. So a lot different than a traditional mower, which has the straight blades or the rotary.
And that blade looks nothing like I would ever think of. It looks very benign.
Yeah, and most people, they look at it and say, how can those small little blades cover? But you have to look at the surface it's rotating, and the inertia of the turning disc pop the blades out, so that actual coverage it's a good 12-14 inch.
Okay, so we're going to take a break. If you have any questions for Dennis, talking Husqvarna this morning, give us a call, 855-424-9825. John at GardenAmerica.com as we stream live on Biz Talk Radio. Facebook Live, I'm Brian May. Questions, comments, right there on Facebook. It is almost 30 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a break and right back on this Saturday morning. Thank you for tuning in to Garden America.
Have you heard about Biz TV? Biz TV is the home for America's entrepreneurs, small businesses, and those who want to succeed in life. It's the only national television network committed to airing original, high-quality, educational, and inspirational programming about real business people. Biz TV can provide the right kind of ideas, motivation, and education to help fuel the next generation of business owners. Visit biztv.com and call your satellite or cable service provider to request Biz TV.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. That's 800-915-9658.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-217-5107. 800-217-5107. That's 800-217-5107.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Do you have an old car sitting in your driveway? How would you like to learn a hassle-free way to get rid of it, help kids in need, and get a great tax donation in the process? It's real easy. One simple free call to our car donation hotline is all it takes. Call the Neshama Foundation at 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. We'll come pick your car up for free and give you a tax donation for the full value of the car, running or not. The value of your unwanted car will go to help kids in need. It's fast and easy. Just call us and your car will be gone and on its way to helping children in 48 hours. And you get a nice tax deduction. Call the Neshama Foundation now to get rid of your car, help kids, and get a tax write-off. Call 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. That's 800-721-6723.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now, back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And we're going to pick things up. It is 35 minutes after the hour. Welcome to our show. Thank you tuning in Facebook Live, Garden America. Also, Biz Talk Radio, John at gardenamerica.com. Questions, comments, 855-424-9825. Facebook Live as well. John brought up some good points during the break about more questions regarding safety features, weather, theft, things like that, Tiger.
Yeah, so, definitely there's a lot of questions about the Automower because people want to know, is it going to really work for me? And the one thing I do want to start off by saying is that Husqvarna, Dennis, has been working on Automower for how many years now?
Yeah, this will be 24 years since 1995. So it may be new to some people, but this is our 5th generation. We've sold over 2 million of them globally.
Yeah.
So we've been in the business.
Yeah. So, for those of you that are wondering, have they thought of everything? Probably not everything, but they've definitely thought of a lot. And this came from Sweden, right? Isn't that where they first installed them?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Where, they deal with rain and snow and all these weather things that some people have, some people don't, but they do need to consider them. And so John had mentioned one of the things was rain. Irrigation, rain. Will this operate in that kind of environment?
Especially if you're gone, you're not there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It will work in the rain. It's got stainless steel components. As far as irrigation is concerned, that's another nice feature with the timer because you can sync the Automower timer with your irrigation timer, so they're not going off at the same time. But it will work in the rain. Some people, and that's the great thing about the connectivity with your phone. If you're not there and you're checking the weather, you can, direct your Automower to go park.
And if your sprinklers accidentally come on, it will work then too, and it'll be fine. You just usually don't want it running and bumping, and it would just bump into sprinkler heads. It wouldn't cut them off or anything like that. Just kind of bump into them because it has sensors all around the mower that whenever it's moving, whether it's backing up, going forward, or turning, it senses it. If it knocks something just a little bit, it stops and then turns the other way. And as far as waterproofing, now I don't recommend anybody does this, but Dennis has even showed me a picture where they found one in a flooded area, almost fully submerged, took it out, and it started running again. It was, it's definitely not waterproof, but it is pretty well sealed, so it's pretty
Now, Dennis,
good.
was that a surprise, or did you know that from the technology?
Well,
did you know that it was capable of that?
No, found out the hard way. Found out the hard way.
Yeah.
Don't recommend it.
Yeah, don't do that. Disclaimer.
No. Yeah.
Don't drop it into your pool.
No, but it has some additional sensors too. In addition to sensing people or objects within the yard and then learning their locations, it has sensors within the wheel and the blades too. So it's smart enough to know to spend more time in those areas in your lawn that you're getting larger grass growth from. Everybody's lawn's a little bit different. We all get different water patterns, growth patterns. So it really is a smart little machine. It'll spend more time in those areas that it needs to, and less time in the areas that it doesn't. If it doesn't need to mow, it's smart enough to know just to turn back around and go back into the charging station. So
we just got a question from somebody. How about slopes and how steep? Now, I don't know how steep. You might have to answer that question.
That's a great question. That's a good question.
But I will say this device can handle a really good slope, and this is way better than pushing a mower on any slope whatsoever, because, a heavy mower on a slope is very difficult. And then on your mower, sometimes it'll do this, I guess what we would call scalping, when you round that ridge and you can't do anything because the blade is at an angle, and when you come over that ridge, it always cuts that lawn shorter than the rest of the lawn when it lays flat, right?
Right.
The Automower doesn't do that because it's a small area and it's lightweight and it doesn't do the scalping like a standard mower. Now, do you kind of know steepness of slope?
Yeah, depending on the model, it will handle a slope up to 24 degrees. So depending on the model. So we have multiple models. Everybody has different coverages in lawn, small, medium, large. So each of our models are built and designed to handle different size yards. Anything from a quarter of acre to 1.25 acres.
So somebody considering this would come to you and give you the specifics of their landscape, their lawn, the topography, all that, so they know which model is best for them.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, and they are nationwide, so therefore, they have a lot of vendors that are located throughout the country that somebody can come out to the house if need be, install it, all of that stuff. Now, I think you guys just partnered with Amazon, right?
Well, we do. Yes, we do sell a few selected models on Amazon. We also sell a few selected models through Lowe's and then through our dealer network.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, with Amazon, they can actually have somebody locally install it for them.
Well, sure, they can deliver a
package. Yeah,
they can deliver a package in 10 minutes. Why not?
So a little bit longer for the install.
Exactly right. Exactly.
And when we talking price of this product, a small one, I think the 315X is what listed online at $1,200, $1,500.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a small. I would say for most average size homes, that's what they would need. And so people right away are going to think, well, what about theft? There's a couple countermeasures that you guys have for theft, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of nice little features for theft. One of the features is if it's disturbed at all, lifted or moved in any way that it's not supposed to be moved, it automatically shuts down, and it's interoperable until you enter your own PIN code into the machine. That's the first. The second one is if it's lifted, it'll shut down, and then in addition to that, you'll get a large siren going off for about 6 minutes. Very loud siren. Also, if you have a connective model, you can track it via our Automower.
Like a GPS?
Absolutely. Yep. So if anybody takes it, if somebody walks off with it, you can track your mower at all times.
Now, looking to the future, what changes or developments do you see?
Well, next year we'll be launching our all-wheel drive articulated model, and that will handle bigger areas, bigger slopes,
rougher terrain.
Rougher terrain, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're talking about a lawn, but also something that I was going to mention people need to consider this for is even even those big fields that maybe you have a few
huge
acres,
property,
property, and there's an area that you don't really maintain, but it is smooth. It's not rocky and problematic in that way. But if you just want it to kept mowed, you don't need it kept pretty. You don't need it, but you just don't want to go out there every 3 months and weed whack it down.
Yeah.
This is a device that you can set out there, let it run. Whatever job it does because it'll keep all the weeds, all of the grass is cut down to a manageable spot. There are those people that just have a 5,000 square foot field, and every few months they have to go out there and mow it or weed whack it. It's costly and it's troublesome. But
is there
this
any
is a device
area
that you can easily use for
any
it.
area too big for it? At some point, you can't mow the entire city.
Well, on our largest models, the coverage for that is 1.25 acres.
That's good. That's really good.
Absolutely. So if we get into bigger areas, it's just an extra Automower.
Oh, okay.
You just put another mower out there, and it takes care of the rest of it.
Now, we should disclose this. Tiger speaks from experience because you have one of these.
Yeah.
You have it. You've used it. You've got the experience.
Right.
Because people probably think, well, I know, but it's one thing to talk about it, but who's used it? And Tiger, you use it.
Yeah, I've had it installed for I think I'm going on a year and a half now.
And you love it.
Oh, it's amazing. And
better than you thought?
Better than I thought.
Because you're skeptical on a lot of new things.
Better than I thought. And then the other amazing thing about it is, like I say, my front yard, I can't make this mower then all of a sudden work in my front yard. And I don't think I would put it in my front yard because it's all weirded configuration. But my backyard lawn where the Automower runs looks way better than my front. And I don't know, we talk about the benefits of the grass clippings and the consistent mowing. But it definitely shows in my backyard because my backyard's beautiful looking, it's green, it's healthy, minimal weeds. In my front yard, it's good, but I have weeds. It's kind of more of a yellow color, and I have to water it more, I feel, to get that look better, to get a better look out of it. And so I definitely feel like there are a lot of benefits into the mower aside from just not having to mow your own lawn, which is pretty spectacular to be able to see in person too.
Absolutely. What does it weigh? I know Tiger picked it up. It looked like pretty easy when he held it up to the camera.
Yeah. I should know this off the top of my head, but it's about 30 pounds.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Tiger didn't seem like it was a big deal for you. You're a young, strapping guy.
No, exactly.
Okay. Got to take a break. We're going to come back. One more segment. Going to wrap things up. Dennis Husqvarna is our guest. Again, any last-minute questions, comments, John at GardenAmerica.com, Facebook Live. You can also reach us via telephone, 855-424-9825 on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Happy weekend, 45 minutes after the hour. I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, Dennis from Husqvarna. We're going to take a break. Come right back. Stay with us.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Mosquitoes can transmit deadly diseases including Zika and West Nile virus, but Summit mosquito dunks kill mosquitoes before they're old enough to bite. Just float an organic mosquito dunk in ponds, bird baths, rain barrels, and any standing water to kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Don't worry, mosquito dunks won't harm people, pets, fish, or wildlife. Mosquito dunks are available at fine garden centers, hardware stores, and online retailers. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
This message is sponsored by AmeriGlide, featuring the nation's best prices on a home stair lift. Are you having a difficult time getting around your home? Do you avoid going up and down the stairs? Have you even considered moving from your lifelong home just to avoid the stairs? Forget about moving and call AmeriGlide and learn how an easy-to-install stair lift is the perfect solution to help you get your freedom back. Plus, we guarantee the nation's best prices. Make this free call today to learn more. No sales visits are necessary. We can help you over the phone. Now you can stay in the home you've been in for decades. Please do yourself or your loved one a favor. Make this simple 2-minute call right now. Get the lowest price on a stair lift anywhere. Here's the number: 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. That's 800-886-7342.
Rates based on a man age 42 with no tobacco use of any form for 20 years. Policy number 25. Policy underwritten by various life insurance companies. Premium include a $50 policy fee. Rates and underwriting criteria subject to change at any time. Not available in some states. You've heard those term life insurance ads with their rates read very low, and at the end they have a long disclaimer read extremely fast. Why? Because most people like us will never qualify for those rates. It's just a way to get you to call. Listen, at the Term Lifeline, we'll never quote you a low rate hoping you'll call, then try to sell you something else. But we do promise to get you the best rates available on policies of $500,000 or more with professional service. Don't waste your valuable time. Get the real rates you want on term life insurance policies of $500,000 or more from the Term Lifeline. Call now.
800-430-1891. 800-430-1891. 800-430-1891. That's 800-430-1891.
We paid less for our Craftmatic today than we did 20 years ago.
If you're still searching for the perfect solution to a good night's sleep, call now for prices and free information on today's Craftmatic adjustable beds. And then decide when you see how little they cost. Rated #1 by consumers nationwide on ConsumerAffairs.com. Craftmatic beds come in all mattress types, including cool gel memory foam for up to 50% less than today's leading memory foam brand. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, poor circulation, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. You'll sleep better in a Craftmatic adjustable bed. So if you're still searching for the perfect solution to a good night's sleep, call now for prices and information. And then decide when you see how little they cost. Discover Craftmatic for less, up to 50% less than today's leading memory foam brand.
Call 1-800-316-5271. That's 1-800-316-5271. 1-800-316-5271. Call now.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
855-680-2173. 855-680-2173. 855-680-2173. That's 855-680-2173.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
It is going to be such a beautiful weekend here in Southern California, San Diego. Broadcasting live from the iHeartMedia Studios, San Diego, California. Southern California, last segment here, hour #1 with Dennis from Husqvarna, Tiger, Palafox. John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Main. Still a few moments to go as we stream live on Biz Talk Radio. John at gardenamerica.com, Facebook Live, questions, comments. A few minutes, gentlemen. What should we talk about? What do people still need to know, Tiger?
Well, I think that the biggest thing is that I understand that there's still a lot of questions for people out there regarding this. And
sure.
Husqvarna's website has a lot of answers and videos on how-tos, on how to set it up,
go
how
to
works.
YouTube, right?
Yeah. They have on their YouTube, they have all of those videos that answer those questions. And so the website is now. Spell it for them, Dennis, because Husqvarna is one of those words that
should be in a spelling bee.
Looks and sounds different, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I pronounce it Husqvarna. If you're in Sweden, it's Husqvarna. So
Husqvarna.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's Husqvarna. Qvarna, and our website's Husqvarna.com. So if there's any questions about the Automower, we have testimonials, we have videos. The other cool thing that Husqvarna does is we have our Crown Commitment with the Automower. So it's a 60-day money-back guarantee. So there really isn't any excuse not to consider the Automower.
And I think all things given, it's a great price. I mean, for what you're getting in the return for the years of making things easier in the garden.
Definitely is. And, on the website as well.
Are you going to post a link?
Yeah, I'll post a link. And on the website as well, they have a dealer finder. So wherever you're at, you can find a local dealer that you could go, put your hands on the product, talk to someone there, and find out more info. Because I'm sure this is an investment for people that have questions and they want to be able to see it before they do it. But I will say, from the people that actually have them installed, they don't regret it.
And neither do you. And you own one.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, for anybody that's considering buying a mower, whether it's a riding mower, a walk mower, take the time, look into the Automower. The really great thing about it is there's absolutely no maintenance. It's an electric motor. It's battery operated. The only maintenance that you're going to be doing on this thing is the changing the blades out. So
about how, now I know it's going to depend upon how much you use it, but on the average, the blades last how long?
Sure, you're probably going to change blades out every 4 to 10 times a year, depending on your grass. And a replacement pack of blades costs $5-6.
$5-6, and it snaps on?
Yep.
Yeah, all you need is a screwdriver. You don't need to take anything apart. All you do is flip it over. You use a screwdriver.
$5-6.
Yep. And you can have new blades in 5 minutes.
So when you're thinking about maintenance, when you're buying a piece of equipment like a mower, a riding mower, think of the gas that you're using.
Sure.
If you're using a gas powered, think of the maintenance that's required. Yeah, there's some additional cost built into this machine. So,
yeah, good looking machine. Now, is this the color? Only color?
No, actually, you can change the body of the color. We've been installing quite a few of them into some universities lately, and so you can logo them. We're putting mascots on them.
Of course.
Naming contest. Yeah, there's quite a community out there that enjoy bedazzling them.
I would imagine if you have a lot of property and you still have a riding mower, there may be sections of your property where it's a smaller grassy area, and that would be perfect if you didn't want to be too big for a riding mower.
Well, actually, some of our bigger models we target to the commercial application, and one of the, a coverage of 1.25 acres. That's a yard or an area that you're going to be using a riding mower for.
Right.
So if you're using a riding mower, consider the Automower. It's a great replacement. So.
Yeah, it'll save you. You're probably the same cost, if not less, right from day one.
Oh, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Rick is saying, can we see the bottom of it? Tiger, you did show the bottom of it a while ago. Rick, watch the replay.
Yeah, or at the break, I'll get up and we'll show it as well.
So we've got news coming up top of the hour. If you're still watching us on Facebook Live, we'll show you the bottom of it so you can see it. And again, it doesn't even look like a blade. It looks like just a round circular metal object.
Yep.
Yeah.
Technology.
And it's I would imagine, very safe blade.
Absolutely. Safer than a conventional mower by far.
Yeah, beautiful. Much easier to use and, much safer to use as well.
How big is your property in terms of the grass that you mow, Tiger?
Oh, the grass is only probably about 400 square feet.
Right.
How
long does it take it usually?
Oh, and it's not so. How long does it take it?
Speed is not an issue.
Well, it's not an issue, but it's also not something that the way that it measures it, because like Dennis is saying, it kind of mows in a random pattern. So it's not going to be efficient. It's not going to go straight down, straight back, straight down, straight back, straight down, straight back. It kind of zigzags across and then kind of comes back a different way. And so, but I have it set only for 3 times a week for 4 hours each time, and it takes care of it, no problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, a great thing about the Automower is you could set the timer. You can actually set it to mow at night. There is little to no sound.
That was going to be my question. 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, I got a question for you real quick before we go, because it is set at night, or it's nice to set. They put headlights on it.
Absolutely.
Why did they put headlights on it?
Of course.
So it
freak
can
out your neighbors.
You see these two. This is where all the alien stories are coming from.
Absolutely.
The flying saucers at night.
Yeah.
It might be a Husqvarna mower.
Exactly.
You never know.
Some to talk about within the neighborhood. Who's
Yeah.
mowing at night? What are those headlights for?
I love that. That's great. That's great. I love
Because
it.
definitely if it didn't have headlights at night, it would sneak up on you. Sometimes when I'm sitting out in my backyard and it starts mowing, and I'm like, what is that noise? All of a sudden rustling in the grass. And I'm like, oh, it's the mower.
I guess I'm mowing my lawn.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
Well, we've got just a minute or so here to wrap things up. Dennis, this is great, and we're going to continue to keep tabs on things and have you back in the future.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And then Husqvarna.com for more info. All kinds of good videos and links and where to buy one, where to find a local dealer, and other good products. They have a whole line of battery tools, which is really good as well for those people that want to do away with their gas-powered equipment.
And also, too, obviously, when you go to the Husqvarna website, much more than just mowers. You're liable to come across something you didn't think you needed or wanted, and it's going to be there. you guys cover and build so many things.
Yeah, absolutely. So anything that has to do with taking care of your yard, we make it.
And is that your tagline? It should be.
That's my tagline.
That's your tagline, Dennis. Hey, I want to thank you so much. We've got news coming up here on Biz Talk Radio streaming. Of course, hour number 2 coming up 6 minutes after. Continue to watch us on Facebook Live. Get your questions and comments ready because hour number 2 is completely your forum. Your questions, your comments, john@gardenamerica.com. Dennis, thank you. Got news coming up here shortly, and we're back at 6 minutes after Garden America. I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco. Again, 6 minutes after, we're coming back hour number 2 here on your weekend with Garden America. Stay with us. And Dennis, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Listen on the go. Download the Biz Talk Radio app. Available on iOS, Android, and BlackBerry. Biz Talk Radio. The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or service. If you have any questions about Biz Talk Radio, contact us at 817-274-1609 or at biztalkradio.com. This is Biz Talk Radio, America's home.
USA Radio News with Rick Vincent. Illegal immigrants from across the United States are getting ready for ICE raids. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms says she had to learn about the raids through social media.
We learn via Twitter, the way that we learn other important things from this president. So there was no coordination. It's great coordination in the past with our federal partners to put on large events like the Super Bowl, and we've had a responsible relationship. But unfortunately, in dealing with things that quite often come from the White House, they are inexplicable and irresponsible at best.
Vice President Pence toured detentions along the border and talked to raids.
And the priority that Homeland Security and ICE will be placing will be on those individuals who have also committed other crimes in this country and represent a threat to our community.
This is USA Radio News.
At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes. So when you've got places to go and people to see, count on Walgreens every day to get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens True Metrics in-store and online. And download tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with Pill Reminder. At Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
The U.S. Coast Guard already responding to requests for help to evacuate residents in low-lying areas of Louisiana. St. Tammany Parish President Pat Brister has advice for residents.
For all of us, the safety of our citizens is always a priority for us, which is why we want them to heed the warnings of the National Weather Service that we're getting and sending along to them, and be proactive in their preparations ahead of the possibility of the severe flooding that is forecast with this storm.
Since most of the rain is south of the center of Hurricane Barry, the heavy flooding has been delayed but will spread over much of Louisiana and Mississippi today. The chairman of two House committees say former special counsel Robert Mueller will testify on July 24th, 1 week later than originally scheduled. A 54-year-old man was beaten to death by a crowd of onlookers in Philadelphia after he attempted to steal a car with 3 kids inside, but was stopped by the parents. The man hopped into the car and drove off while the parents of the kids were inside the store. This is USA Radio News.
With a recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now, before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290.
In Hong Kong, police and protesters clashed during a march aimed at mainland Chinese traders who locals claim have fueled inflation, driven up property prices, dodged taxes, and diluted the town's identity. Mass demonstrations began weeks ago in opposition to a proposed extradition bill that would allow for suspects to be sent to the mainland to face trial, but have since expanded into a broader repudiation of Beijing's growing influence. After massive media attention focusing on sex trafficking charges that financier Jeffrey Epstein is now facing, the government is now pressing similar sexual assault charges against a singer who's already seen jail on the state level. USA's Winnie King reports.
Singer R. Kelly is facing federal charges now in addition to sex crime charges in Chicago and New York. The charges accuse him of engaging in sex acts with girls under 18 and without disclosing he had a sexually transmitted disease.
The LA Angels all wore jerseys with number 45 in their first home game since the death of fellow pitcher Tyler Skaggs 2 weeks ago. Angels center fielder Mike Trout says there was a symbolism in the fact that the Angels came away with a 13-0 no-hitter over the Seattle Mariners.
He's up there smiling, and we're going to keep playing for him the rest of the season.
Trout contributed 6 RBIs, including a 454-foot homer on the first pitch he saw. On the day before what would have been Skaggs' 28th birthday, the Angels played a practically perfect game with his memory in their minds. You're listening to USA Radio News.
Jake was in big trouble with the IRS. He owed how much?
$92,000.
Ouch. And the IRS left no room for Jake to breathe.
They put a lien on my house, took all the money out of my bank account, took money out of my paychecks. So it was a nightmare.
He needed help fast.
I figured that all these companies were the same until I called Federal Tax Management. You could just tell they knew what they were talking about. Right then and there, I felt like I had some hope.
Stop the liens, levies, and garnishments fast and qualify for one of several special IRS programs that could reduce or even eliminate your tax debt. So, how'd it go for Jake?
They did what they said they would do. They came through for me. I ended up saving an unbelievable amount. I was so jazzed. I was extremely happy.
If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, take Jake's advice.
Give Federal Tax Management a phone call. If they help me, they can help anybody.
Call the Federal Tax Management Hotline now. 800-250-8743. 800-250-8743. 800-250-8743.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
It is hour number 2. Thank you so much if you were with us last hour. Do appreciate it. Thank you for the support here. Back broadcasting from the iHeart Studios in San Diego, Southern California. Garden America, each and every Saturday. We kick things off Eastern Time Zone, 11:06. And here on the West Coast, 8:06. Thank you again, John at gardenamerica.com. Lines are open. 855-424-9825. Want to give us a call or Facebook Live on our Facebook page. A lot to cover. Hour number 2. John, a lot of discussions on things happening. Where would you like to start, John?
Cal, there's so many directions we can go. You know, I know you want to talk about the trip. You're really excited about our tour next year. But before we do that, I don't want people to miss out on this Amazon Prime Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can get huge discounts, and it's July 15th and 16th.
Correct.
And Amazon doesn't advertise with us, so
No,
we're
this
not
is-
really promoting Amazon. But what we are promoting is that Bayer, it used to be Bayer Advanced, now it's Bio Advanced, and Natria, which is their organic product
Natural
line.
product line, yeah.
Yeah, their natural product line. You can get discounts of at least 25% on a lot of products on Amazon Prime.
And just to throw in a tag in there, the pricing that I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think as a retailer I can buy the product for that.
Is
low.
that low, really?
Yeah. So I might go on there and stock
And-
my shelves.
That's funny because, this is kind of an inside workings of garden centers, but there was a garden center in Texas, independent garden center, that was always fighting against. I mean, that guy was a really a wheeler dealer, and he was always fighting against the big box stores like Home Depot.
Sure, of course.
So what you're mentioning, Tiger, is he would go. Home Depot would advertise something below his cost, right?
Yeah, it happens.
So what he would do is go over and buy everything they had.
Yeah.
And then he would advertise the same product at the price that they were selling it at. And so everybody who went to Home Depot said, wait a second, you don't have this. And they would see, oh, well, you can get it over at this garden center.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know
and-
what? That's sharp business.
Well, and you know what you do have to realize is that Home Depot or those box stores, they actually are losing money when they do sell them that low, because they're not buying them that low, but they're usually losing money because it's what they call the loss leader. You know,
Right.
it brings people in, and hopefully people will buy other things while they're there. Where that
I
guy
think-
was just getting it for that low price.
I think it used to be that way, that they would have loss
Not anymore.
leaders, but now it's
think
loss
they-
leader for their
For
suppliers.
their supplier.
That's right.
Uh,
Okay, the other thing I
yeah.
wanted to talk about.
Yes.
So that's July
yeah.
16th and 17th.
July
on-
15th, 16th on Amazon. Look for the Natria products
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
the
right.
Bio
15th and
Advanced products.
16th. That's right. Amazon Prime. But next year, Brian, we're planning a garden tour to start out at the International Wildflower Festival.
I was going to say, we start
Well,
off at
Tiger
the
said
airport.
not to mention it because they haven't set up the plans for that actually for next year.
Which is a side note to the trip in general.
Yeah, but regardless of whether it's in Bohin, whether they do
will
it
see
or not,
wildflowers.
we will be
We're
on
gonna
a
be there.
wildflower tour.
You will be out amongst the Alps, the Julian Alps. Is that what I heard you say, John?
The Julian Alps,
Julian
in
Alps.
Slovenia. And I got to tell you, we're going to be in Lake Bled, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. If you get our newsletter, or if you go to earthboundexpeditions.com, or I think our website still
Our
has
website
it.
has the itinerary.
You can take a look and you'll see a picture of Lake Bled with the island in the center. And
Looks like a painting.
oh yeah, it's
It's beautiful. I can see us on that island out there. And you said
Well,
it's,
you know,
it's an
they-
old monastery,
they have
right?
they have a traditional type of boat that kind of pushes you with a pole that they take you out to that. They use those, not a Polish person, but with a wooden pole that pushes you through the lake. And it really, really is. It's just amazing. And they've got their own.
A gondola?
It's not a gondola. It's
different?
It's a Slovenian boat.
Why don't you get a picture and we'll post it on our website by next week, John? That would
A
help.
Slovandola?
We need that.
And then, so hopefully we'll be part of the International Wildflower Festival, but the wildflowers in the Julian Alps that time of year are spectacular.
We can have our own wildflower show if we had to.
That's right. And we'll be going to Botanical and the Palace Gardens in Prague because we're going to end up in the Czech Republic. And by coincidence, at my son's wedding last week, we talked to a girl who was born in Prague.
Yeah, and still has her sister still lives
and her
there.
sister still lives there.
So we've got a little inside track or not?
Well, she was telling Tiger, I'll give you guys some tips on things you should do, things you should see.
Things that you would not normally be aware of unless a local tells you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to spend, I know you're excited because we're going to spend a day with Mozart in Salzburg in Austria. And it's really not
listening
Mozart
to
because he's dead.
Well,
right?
yeah, but which movement are we going to be listening to?
There's no comment. I don't know.
Okay.
And we're going to see the gardens and experience some of the music and museums in Vienna.
Wow.
It's just unbelievable.
Okay, so the three, if somebody said, what cities are we going to be visiting without the details of what we're going to be doing?
We got Vienna, Salzburg,
Prague, yeah.
Prague, and Lake Bled in Slovenia, but I think we arrive in Ljubljana, if I'm not mistaken, which is the capital of Slovenia. And
a place I never thought I'd ever go.
Yeah, the whole, I've never been to Austria or the Czech Republic, and I'm really looking forward to that, but I have been to Slovenia, and I could tell you if that's the only place we were going,
it'd be worth it.
It would be worth it.
Did you ever think you'd be considering these areas of the world, Tiger? I mean, this is really
now. These are amazing places that I've wanted to go.
Well, right, but I mean, I don't think a lot of people it's on the top of their mind as far as vacation destinations. This is very exotic.
Yeah.
This is out of the ordinary, especially the way they've got it all planned out. You can go to our website, gardenamerica.com. The itinerary is there, as John mentioned. Newsletter has information. Just about
I don't drink beer, so I never think of it, but we are going to have wine and beer tastings.
Yeah.
Because of the area of the world we're going to be
Well, you know what
in.
happened the last time we had any kind of a tasting? Mr. I Don't Drink discovered limoncello.
That was you.
That was me. We were
Right.
in Florence, I believe, for a wine tasting. I think it was Florence.
Right. And you found the limoncello.
Oh, my gosh. I had bottles shipped back here.
But you're out.
Yeah, well, of that limoncello.
It was the creamy
Italian
one you
Yep.
liked the best.
I do,
the
really.
Creamy, and then I think there was a pistachio.
Orange,
limoncello.
pistachio,
Yeah.
lemon. You could put it on ice cream. Oh, yeah. It's
Yum,
good.
yum.
So, John, now what do people have to do if they're interested to join us?
Well, you can, as I said, you can go to gardenamerica.com, and there's a link to the itinerary, and there's a day-by-day itinerary that shows the hotels we're staying in. So if you want to check out the hotels, some of them are spas, and they're just phenomenal. You can check those out, or you can go to earthboundexpeditions.com and just look at the they have different areas of the world. You click on Europe, and it lists the Garden America tour right there. It's going to be the first week in June. So I think we leave May 30th or 31st, whatever.
Yep.
And then last
time
through,
is June.
I think it's 9 days, yeah.
Yeah, like 9 days. Now, people can go early. We give people a chance to either arrive early or after the tour.
A lot of people do
stay. Yeah,
they'll either go early and do their own little thing before,
Right.
or some people stay
Stay
and,
afterwards.
We are going to be really close to Croatia, which is another
Right.
area,
which is just
beautiful.
south of where we'll be.
That'd be a good little after we're done. They can kind of continue on. And
Hungary
head
is
down
just
there.
to the east. I've done my homework. Germany would be just to the west.
You
of
won't be
where we
hungry
are.
because we provide a lot of
Yeah,
meals
there's
on the
a lot of
tour,
meals.
Brian.
So we're going to be well fed.
Don't worry about that.
No worries. Well, that sounds like a fairy tale, John. Not in terms of you telling the truth. I'm in terms of the destination.
It is. It's definitely something that you'll remember for a long time.
Next week.
By the way, Brian, it was Rome, not Florence.
Where you
Yeah,
got
well,
the limoncello?
thank you, Kathy. Was that Kathy correcting me? It was
Right.
Rome. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we went to see. This is the beauty of these trips. We go so many places that you kind of forget what happened where. So thank you, Kathy.
Kathy, by the way, who has traveled with us several times, and is always a great everyone's a great travel companion.
Yeah, it's sad to leave when the trip is over.
It really is. But Kathy says that we are going to love Prague and Salzburg.
And she knows of what she speaks.
She does.
It is 16 minutes after the hour. Open phones, open Facebook, questions, comments. What's on your mind as we move through a very hot summer here, 2019? We're here to answer those questions. You want to pick up the phone, call us at 855-424-9825. John at Garden America is another good one. Your best bet, of course, Facebook Live as we monitor all questions and comments. Approaching 17 minutes after the hour. We're right back after this.
This is Joe Lample from Growing a Greener World. With the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite Organic Nitrogen Fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 3 months. The organic nitrogen is slow release and won't burn plants even during hot, dry weather. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for 90 years. Milorganite, for better results naturally. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Mosquitoes can transmit deadly diseases including Zika and West Nile virus. But Summit Mosquito Dunks kill mosquitoes before they're old enough to bite. Just float an organic mosquito dunk in ponds, bird baths, rain barrels, and any standing water to kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Don't worry, mosquito dunks won't harm people, pets, fish, or wildlife. Mosquito dunks are available at fine garden centers, hardware stores, and online retailers. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
Do you have a problem hearing the television? Do you need to crank up the volume so loud your family is screaming at you? Then put on your TV ears. TV Ears has helped millions of people just like you hear TV loud and clear without cranking up the volume. For about $60 with a 30-day free trial, you can get your own set of TV Ears. When you wear TV Ears, you can mute the TV volume for private listening or let others watch TV with you. Order in the next 10 minutes and take us up on our 30-day home trial and very special price. TV Ears is a brand hearing professionals have trusted for more than 20 years. And through this special radio offer, you can get your very own for just $60. Just mention promo code RADIO. So put on your TV ears and make everyone happy. 800-984-0964. 800-984-0964. 800-984-0964. That's 800-984-0964. Americans are going crazy for a new Italian diet pill that burns 3 times more fat than dieting alone. And the next 100 callers get 3 bottles for free. Sold under the brand name Invigorate 3X. This powerful pill triggers metabolic acceleration, a process that's deficient in most Americans, making weight loss a hassle. But a new study shows 30 pounds gone in 90 days with just 2 capsules a day. Julie B. of Nashville says, I was skeptical, but when I saw a famous doctor made it, I decided to try it. I was shocked. I lost 16 pounds in 6 weeks. For a limited time, our listeners get 3 free bottles with a qualifying order. Call 1-800-932-1789 now to get started. Call in the next 10 minutes and also get a free bottle of the doctor's Ultra Detox. And don't forget your free 14-day diet fix. No obligation and 100% free when you call right now. 800-932-1789. 800-932-1789.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
It is 21 minutes after the hour. Again, thank you for being there, supporting us, joining us here as we broadcast live from the iHeart Studios, Southern California, right here in San Diego. It is Garden America, our Saturday morning edition, which is our only live edition. Some radio stations and some markets have a replay on Sundays as well. 855-424-9825. John at gardenamerica.com. Facebook Live and a question layover from the Husqvarna mower.
Yeah,
Tiger.
so we have a few questions still coming in from the earlier interview regarding the Automower with Husqvarna, which if you're watching on Facebook Live can see in studio. The first thing is I want to address that somebody had mentioned, Tiger, I don't know if I can get my head around this product. I thought you would have enjoyed mowing your lawn. And I do enjoy mowing my lawn. I do enjoy working in my yard. But I think John, even who loves working in his yard and working with the roses, understands that there's also some things that would be nice if it helped you every once in a while. Sometimes you go away for a week on vacation. Sometimes you have a busy lifestyle and you can't do everything that you want as often as you want. Right. Having these aren't, like, for instance, like,
it's an option.
We'll bring in the Roomba, where it vacuums your house. Now, I definitely don't feel anybody that has a Roomba never vacuums their home.
It's almost like
something that helps you keep things running daily and helps you live your life without being tied down to it. And I feel, and I don't know this, but I definitely feel anybody that has a large lawn that would take them an hour or two to mow.
Yeah.
That would be a burden.
Also consider the heat. Consider the heat if it's summertime.
Yeah, getting out there and doing that. And I mean, I enjoy mowing the lawn. I do enjoy doing yard work. But if I had to be out there and it's 100 degrees outside, or I have a busy weekend and I have to mow the lawn for the next hour and a half, this would be something nice to have to help me, get through those times as well. One of the questions, though, that came across also was the charging of how long it runs for, how long does it charge for. It depends on the size mower that you get, but basically most of the mowers run for 3 hours on a single charge, 2 to 3 hours on a single charge, and then it'll take them another 2 to 3 hours to charge at their dock. But as Dennis had mentioned too, it knows that if it's cutting or not. So if it's not cutting lawn, it'll just stay in the docking station until it feels the lawn is grown enough to cut again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
till it decides.
Why aren't you cutting the grass? I don't feel it needs it right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, so as far as the charge, holding the charge, I don't feel is a super important thing, or how long it runs for, because it'll just go back and then it'll come right back out if it needs to be cut. So it'll charge for a couple hours and then go right back out and keep doing its work.
Let me answer it another way. When they talk about, I thought you liked mowing lawns, I thought you'd like to get out there. Is it possible, though, that this cuts the lawn better than we could with anything else that we might use, just based on its technology?
I definitely feel it cuts the lawn better than anything that we do with much more ease.
Okay.
So meaning if you want to cut your lawn as good as this does, you have to cut your lawn a different way every time.
Put more effort.
You have to make sure the height is adjusted just the way it should be. You have to cut maybe 2 times a week so the clippings go back into the grass without having large clippings to rake up.
And everything you just mentioned is already programmed into here.
This.
You don't worry about it. It's done.
Right.
And I think, sometimes simplicity worries people. It scares them. It's like, come on, you're just trying to sell me. That sounds too simple. There's got to be more to it. But there isn't. This is it.
And I'll also be honest, this isn't a cure everything. You still have to edge your lawn because this doesn't edge it for you. This doesn't weed whack the edges, make it nice and clean and neat. There are areas of the lawn that can't be mowed by it. So you're still going to be required to get out there and do some work.
Of course. That's a good way to put it. It's not the end all. It's just it's a helper.
Yeah.
I'm here for you when you need me. If you want me every day, fine. 2 times a week, once a month, whatever, I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is if you have a garden to maintain and it takes you an hour to cut the grass a week, you have an hour that you can spend doing something else in the garden.
Yeah.
Sure. And there's a lot of things you can do in the garden besides mowing. I mean, a lot of intricate things, spending more time. But I think the big issue is the weather, especially Midwest, back east, humidity. You don't want to be out there.
Yeah.
So I think those are very good points. And I'm glad we had Dennis on. John?
I have some bad news. Bad news for rose lovers anyway. I don't have all the details, but I heard that the Sacramento Cemetery Rose Garden, which is, I would say, even world famous because of all the old roses preserved there, they've been having trouble with the city because the city wants them to cut back these roses so that they don't cover pathways, and which is part of the charm of these old roses.
Yeah.
Kind of let them go their own way?
Right, and so they've been fighting back and forth, and it looks like they may end up losing all the roses. So
when you say lose, like actually being
like have them removed.
Well, can't they just trim them the way they want them?
Yeah.
Why
No,
would you?
Because on some of those it actually kills them.
Oh.
You know. So anyway, there's this has been an ongoing battle for the last year, and it looks like the rose garden is going to lose. Now again, I don't have all the details. Somebody just sent me a panicked email and said, we need to get cuttings. We need to save as many of the roses as possible.
I see John flying up to Sacramento here and renting a U-Haul truck to bring all these roses back.
Well, a friend of mine did go. They have an annual sale. Did go in the spring and gave me a list of what was being offered, and I did get. I think it was maybe 10 roses from there. And the reason I thought of this was one of the roses came back, was in a 1-gallon can, and at the base of the rose, it looked like there was something growing. It was different than a rose leaf. And so I've been watching over the last 2 months as these around the base kept getting bigger and bigger. And I thought it might be some type of wildflower. So I just kind of wanted to see it bloom. And this week they were big enough that I realized they were Himalayan blackberry.
Himalayan blackberry.
Which, if you've been to the Pacific Northwest or Northern California, is one of the most invasive weeds. Forms an impenetrable barrier. You cannot get through these. And anywhere that the cane touches the soil, it roots.
It roots, yeah.
And any little seed from the berry, our buddy Greg Lowry up at Vintage Gardens had his entire property covered, and when they went through to battle it, the last time I visited, there were 10-foot tall by 10-foot long piles of this all over his property.
It makes you wish every plant would grow this easy.
It was bad news. So anyway, I repotted that plant into a 2-gallon plant and pulled out all the Himalayan blackberry. I don't think it would be as invasive down here because we have warmer weather.
The weather, yeah.
And it's native to Europe and likes the cooler climates, but still, I didn't want to take a chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's always hard.
So if you had been able to identify the leaf, you would have known that beforehand, right?
Yeah, it really needed a little while. We never see them down here, so it took a while for the plant to get large enough for me to realize what it was.
Okay, we're approaching 30 minutes after the hour, half hour left to go. We're still taking your questions, comments, john@gardenamerica.com, Facebook Live. And again, also phone, the old-fashioned way, the way we used to do it, 855-424-9825. What's on your mind? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us here. It is Garden America. Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, and Sean Bagnasco.
Starting a business can be tough, but getting the word out about your business through a great website can be even tougher. That's why you need SpotOnWebsite.com. At SpotOnWebsite.com, you can register your company's domain name and even build your website overnight. It's fast, easy, and most of all, it's sure to fit your budget. SpotOnWebsite.com has a wide range of internet products and solutions to make the most of your website, even on a small business budget. Log on today and see for yourself at SpotOnWebsite.com.
This is an urgent health notice for all residents suffering from back, neck, knee, and wrist pain. You may qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you, but the deadline is fast approaching. Simply call the Health Alert Hotline now.
You heard right. You may qualify for a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace. These items may even be covered by Medicare or your private insurance. The Health Alert Hotline is your brace company. These specialized braces have been tested for pain relief. Call us toll-free right now to determine your eligibility and to learn how to use your private insurance or Medicare to minimize your out-of-pocket cost. Don't wait. If the deadline passes, you may lose your opportunity to get a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace at little or no cost to you.
800-513-0061. 800-513-0061. 800-513-0061. That's 800-513-0061.
Attention, Iraq and Afghanistan veterans.
If you use dual-ended Combat Arms earplugs and suffer hearing loss or tinnitus, you may be entitled to compensation. The manufacturer agreed to pay millions to settle allegations it sold defective earplugs to the military that were standard issue to soldiers deployed between 2003 and 2015. If you served during those years, were issued Combat Arms earplugs, and suffer from hearing loss or tinnitus, call now.
Call 800-410-9446. That's 800-410-9446.
We paid less for our Craftmatic today than we did 20 years ago.
If you're still searching for the perfect solution to a good night's sleep, call now for prices and free information on today's Craftmatic adjustable beds. And then decide when you see how little they cost. Rated #1 by consumers nationwide on ConsumerAffairs.com. Craftmatic beds come in all mattress types, including cool gel memory foam for up to 50% less than today's leading memory foam brand. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, poor circulation, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. You'll sleep better in a Craftmatic adjustable bed. So if you're still searching for the perfect solution to a good night's sleep, call now for prices and information. And then decide when you see how little they cost. Discover Craftmatic for less, up to 50% less than today's leading memory foam brand.
Call 1-800-316-5271. That's 1-800-316-5271.
For new programs offered by the Department of Education. These programs can reduce your interest, lower your payments, and possibly qualify you for loan forgiveness. If you have $10,000 or more and at least 2 federal student loans and currently not in school, you may qualify for one of these programs. Call now to check your eligibility. Student loan advisors are standing by to help you determine if you qualify for these new programs. They can help you reduce your interest, lower your payment, and even forgive a portion of your student loan debt. Take control of your financial future. Make this free 5-minute free call now to Nationwide Student Loans and learn how you can reduce your student loan debt.
800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588. Do you have an old car sitting in your driveway? How would you like to learn a hassle-free way to get rid of it, help kids in need, and get a great tax donation in the process? It's real easy. One simple free call to our car donation hotline is all it takes. Call the Nishama Foundation at 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. We'll come pick your car up for free and give you a tax donation for the full value of the car, running or not. The value of your unwanted car will go to help kids in need. It's fast and easy. Just call us and your car will be gone and on its way to helping children in 48 hours. And you get a nice tax deduction. Call the Nishama Foundation now to get rid of your car, help kids, and get a tax write-off. Call 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. That's 800-721-6723.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now, back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Exactly 35 minutes after the hour, back here with Garden America. We've got about a half hour to go on this Saturday. It's going to be hot here in Southern California. Again, what do they say? Hydrate and keep a watch for your plants, too. This is a time you might, Tiger, John, you might want to go outside and take a look at what's going on, especially maybe changing your watering habits.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. I meant to talk about this on the show today, that I have an area where it's in my yard, and I actually don't have irrigation going to it. And I have buddleias, I have agaves, I've got some salvias, star jasmines, some wildflowers. And for months, as we mentioned when we first started the show, they were fine. No problems whatsoever. I never watered them, never thought twice of them. And I forgot about them. And yesterday, because I'm getting ready to leave for a week, I'm like, I better go check on it. And they were all starting to dry out. They were all showing stress. And I'm like, that's right. I was supposed to be watering this area, and I forgot. And so I really soaked it well. But, John, I mean, you have areas in your old yard, and I'm sure your new yard, where you have these plants, but I mean, you forget about them sometimes, but it's amazing how they can withstand some of the environments. And it's amazing the weather that we've had to be able to have them go so long. Because like you said, if the weather had been normal, I would have been watering them in June.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot about it because in June it was still cool. We still had a little bit of rain.
Yep.
And I forgot about it until now, which we're in July. If I had not paid attention to them in a normal year, I would have walked over there and they would have been dead.
I had something similar happen when we had all this cool weather. I was watering much less. I'd go out there and check the pots, still moist. Okay, good to go. And then things started to heat up. I'm at work all day. I forget. I came home last week on a Wednesday, went outside. Sun patience. All drooped over. I went, oh, yeah, I guess it because I'm inside all day. I guess it has been hot, 85, 90 degrees. So what's good about sun patience, so you water them, they pop right back up again.
More so than any other plant.
Is that amazing?
Because usually when a plant wilts and you water it,
you're done.
Even if they come back, they lose a lot of leaves. The leaves turn yellow. But now with sun patience,
no, that's really. I really recommend.
It's like, thank you, Brian, and they perk right back.
That's
up.
all I needed. And I've got a tomato plant growing, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Most everything else, palms, no problem.
I had an epiphany last week.
Did it hurt?
During your life, there's stages of your life you come to realizations, and it's always something when you think about it, you go, well, I should have known this. And what I thought about was that I can't save every plant from my old house that I planted for 30 years.
Yeah. You're coming to that realization, right?
I kept planning, I'm going to dig these things up. I'm going to, and finally, somebody at work gave me some good advice. They said, never go back to your old house.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, all right, I've got 3.5 acres now. I'll work on this. This will be a new garden. Forget the old. Sure, I had plants there that I planted from seed 30 years ago.
Right.
I'll never have those again, but I'll have something different.
Are there any smaller things that you want to throw my way that you don't want to leave there but don't want to take them?
Yeah, he's already gone.
I'm gone.
But you can always go back at night.
I don't know about at night, but maybe if they were going to be gone during the day.
Especially,
no, I think
if you see something, because you said that they're not really, the people that bought your house, they're not really big into gardening. They appreciate it. But maybe there might be some things that they can't take care of.
It's possible. But I always think that I bring you too many plants.
No, because things die.
See, that's the other thing.
That you don't know what's living or dying in my patio.
Oh, I know what's dying in your patio because you never mention it again.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
You always tell me, you send me a picture. Here's my Pope John Paul II rose. Look at this.
I'll take a picture of every single one.
But I'll give you a plant, and sometimes I'll never hear about it again. And I know that plant's dead. Well, I just don't want to rub it in. I don't want to have to tell you.
You've had plants die on you. It's not a good feeling, especially when you're batting about 800. You're maybe let's say you lose 10%.
That's true.
Let's say you lose 10% each year of what you have.
I think I've told you before that I never think to myself that a plant's not going to grow in my area until I've killed it 3 times.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Because you're always thinking it was either due to this.
Yeah, or maybe if I change this, it'll work.
Change the watering pattern, change the lighting, the sun, whatever.
Right now I'm trying to revive some plumeria. And I think plumeria are some of the hardiest plants in the world because these have been in containers, laying on their side, not watered for years, and they're still alive.
That's amazing.
And so I'm thinking, you know what? I ought to just put some. They look like the kind of pots you used to have, with a tiny bit of soil on the bottom.
A little bit of soil to keep things wet.
So I'm going to replant them. I think I'm going to fertilize them. They deserve to be.
They deserve to live
a little bit. Yeah,
they want to live like everybody else.
Yeah, and now I'm pulling weeds out of rose containers.
Oh.
Which, if you want to come and help, you're more than welcome to do that.
I wish I could do it remotely from my house.
Yeah, I wish Husqvarna had a automatic weed puller. I just ordered a 50-pound bag of Osmocote. online.
50 pounds.
50 pounds.
I just used up the last of my Osmocote. It was in a small bottle. Not that small, but
Right.
I had it for a while.
Hey, we got a couple questions.
Let's get to the questions. Back to the show.
So, number one, there was a question that came across because John was talking about saving roses. That what's the best way to propagate, take cuttings? And I don't, without getting into details, because I think that would be a whole show within itself. Maybe we'll do a podcast that we can reference people to for that topic soon. But I know that on our YouTube there are some videos of John, back talking about roses, and on our website there are some articles about how to propagate roses and things. But there's a lot of good info, and I don't know if right now we can dive into that,
Right.
But
let's do it. We can do a podcast maybe next week on it.
Yeah.
Because we'll do a podcast after the show next week.
Yeah, on how to propagate and take cuttings on roses. The other question was regarding roses. Do you have it in front of you, John, right now, or no?
I do.
These are from Rick, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rick also asked about the Himalayan blackberries, were they introduced or native? And no, they were definitely
They were brought here.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a European native. It's what is the genus for blackberry? Is it Sambucus? Sambucus armeniacus, like Armenia. Anyway, he says they're everywhere up in Oregon, and yeah, that they're definitely not natives. They're an invasive species. He wanted to know the best way to take cuttings from roses and propagate them, and
we better get a hold of somebody who knows the answer to that.
Well, it depends on the rose, and some rose varieties, I joke and say if you take 10 cuttings, 12 of them will root, but others, like the Graceland rose, we took 500 cuttings and got 0 to root.
And that's because of the species of the rose?
The variety, yeah. Some varieties just don't root easily. So I think that we had on our website, we had 10 easy steps to rooting roses. And Rick, if you send me an email to remind me, just to john@gardenamerica.com, I will send you a link to that on our website, and you can read about it. Or you can go to the website and look and see if you can find it. But we're in the middle of changing our website, so everything might not be easy to find.
Yeah, if you do have a little problem with the website, we're keeping it up, but also going through changes.
But this is the time of year to be taking some rose cuttings if you want to do it. They should grow quickly. Also, our good friend Denise Schreiber from Pittsburgh is at Cultivate 2019, Cultivate 19 in Columbus, Ohio, which is an industry-type show, which is informative, and people, growers mainly, attend that show and learn about all the new products that are going to be coming out for the following years. Said she thought she'd see me there, and I usually do go to that show, but I did not go last year or this year.
Yeah, I was invited. I was on the 40 under 40.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I keep wanting to bring this up. Did you know that, of course, Tiger's a celebrity because he's one of the hosts of Garden America.
Yes.
But he was featured in a magazine article called The Top 40 Under 40.
Yeah.
The top 40 horticulturists in the country that are under 40 years old.
Do you think he could go to #1 with a bullet?
I don't know, but we'll need to talk about that when we
will
come back
talk more about that. #1 with a bullet, an old radio top 40 reference. Going to be talking tomatoes, more about the 40 under 40 with Tiger. We have one more segment coming up on this Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, depending upon where you are. I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco here on Garden America.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Mosquitoes can transmit deadly diseases including Zika and West Nile virus, but Summit mosquito dunks kill mosquitoes before they're old enough to bite. Just float an organic mosquito dunk in ponds, bird baths, rain barrels, and any standing water to kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Don't worry, mosquito dunks won't harm people, pets, fish, or wildlife. Mosquito dunks are available at fine garden centers, hardware stores, and online retailers. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. That's 800-915-9658.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
855-680-2173. 855-680-2173. 855-680-2173. That's 855-680-2173.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at GardenAmerica.com.
And just like that, our final segment here as we broadcast live on Facebook, also streaming Biz Talk Radio. And probably many of the sources we're not even aware of. It is Garden America. Thank you so much. Every Saturday, 8:06 Pacific, 11:06 Eastern Time Zone. If you still have any questions, comments, the last few moments of the show, you can call us at 855-424-9825, john@gardenamerica.com, and, of course, Facebook Live. Tiger,
everybody's trying to get in their last-minute questions right now.
Do we have anything we need to cover?
Yeah, well, Michelle mentioned that she looked up the genus for blackberry, and it's rubus, which, of course, it is. I said sambucus, and sambucus is obviously elderberry.
Well, obviously.
Not blackberry. Ugh. So thanks, Michelle. So, yeah, the Himalayan blackberry is Rubus armeniacus.
And then we got another question regarding someone that has a tangerine tree that seems to be over 40 years old, isn't doing very well, and what age do they stop producing?
That is from Sue, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm remembering this from what I kind of briefly saw on screen. Now, I come from the thought process that citrus trees have a lifespan and then they do stop producing, but John has the true knowledge that, he talks about, was it the Washington Navel that, I don't know, 70 years old and still producing? Is that what it was? Wasn't it a Washington Navel you talked about?
There were 3 Washington Navel oranges brought from South America to Southern California over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And 2 of the 3 trees are still alive.
And they still produce.
Yeah.
So, I think from commercial standpoint, they will advertise that citrus trees have a lifespan, and that's why you see some people tear down an orchard, replant it, kind of a thing like that. But, they will produce as well commercially over time. Maybe it has to do with pruning or other problems that the tree has had, why it wouldn't produce as well. But I would say that from John's information and from other information out there, that they will always just continue to produce. You might have good and bad years, but you will always get production.
And they need to be maintained also.
Yes. Yeah.
You need to prune them to refresh new growth. They need to be, citrus usually a good deep watering once every 10 days to 2 weeks, and feed them.
Yeah.
It just depends on where they're growing.
So as far as a lifespan, I would say it's indefinite. And also, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, the graft could be, compromised. Right. There's 1,000 things that could go wrong as far as production-wise and why it does some years and does not other
1,001 things sometimes.
And every plant and tree is different. You could go to the store, buy 5 citrus trees, the same variety, and maybe 1 or 2 don't do so well.
So I have this tree. It's a Mexican lime, and I had it in a pot. It was one of the first trees that I had in a pot on my patio. And I have tried to kill this thing a number of times, not on purposely. One time I watered it with vinegar, like a vinegar solution. Yeah, tell me about it. I made a mistake.
Wait a second, and you're the top 40 of the new top 40 in gardening?
Right. Anyways, I could easily tear this citrus tree out and start over again, and it would probably do 1,000 times better. But I am trying to keep this one tree alive.
It's in the ground now?
It's in the ground now. And it's actually doing okay. But I just wonder if it will ever do well. You know what I mean? How you have those plants that you planted it, there's problems, you made mistakes, and the plant is just, for how old this tree is and for where it is, it should be doing a lot better.
Okay.
But it's not. And I'm wondering if I get it enough love, fertilizer, care, will it grow?
I've had that problem with a lot of plants, especially some roses, where I know they should be doing better than what they're doing, but they're in like a heavy soil. And when I moved, I had to I dug up some of them, the really rare ones anyway, and put them in containers. And just this week, I'm looking at some of them thinking, wow, can't believe that's such a nice rose. And, and it struggled for 2 or 3 years where it was.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda, I think Linda is up in Reading area. I'm not positive. But she says, should I prune my tomatoes?
Yeah.
Should she remove the lower branches and open up the center? You know what? It really increases production because tomatoes just want to put out leaves like crazy. And if you don't cut them back, you get a huge plant, but to the detriment of fruiting. So, yeah, cut them back. Is that what happened to you?
That's what I'm doing today, thinning out my tomato leaves.
Unless you have a Pekino tomato.
Yeah, then it just keeps
No,
going.
but you're right, John. My tomato plant,
But,
it's just the leaves are just taking over.
But, tomatoes get problems. They get mildew, they get bugs, and the airflow, the light, all of that help combat that as well. So it is really good to lace them out, prune them out, remove that yellow foliage at the bottom.
Yep.
Allow it to focus on the fruit.
Basically, you're allowing it to breathe.
Yeah. Yep. Perfect. I think we got them all.
Are we done?
Well, no. I wanted to mention that before we talk about this top 40, because you need to explain to Brian what that was.
And we're going to have to hurry because we got just a minute
Well, then
or so
let's
here.
go right to that. Explain
Talk about
what was this top 40 deal?
The top 40, under 40 is 40 people within the garden center landscape community that were nominated to be a part of this group, and you're recognized as being an influencer in that industry under that age. So it was a neat nomination, and I was awarded it, and it's a lot of fun. They're having an event in Ohio for it with Cultivate. I'm bummed I can't be there. And it's just kind of neat to be in that group, but it allows us a chance to all interact and talk also to see what works well with certain people in certain regions and what doesn't. And, it's a nice community to be a part of. The garden center landscape industry is a fun industry, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
So let's see some love on Facebook for Tiger.
Yeah. Congratulations, Tiger.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to the top 70 over 70.
Yeah. I'll nominate you.
I don't know if there are 70 people in the
Still
industry.
alive over 70.
They all are.
Thank you, Tiger.
They're all retired.
That was a shot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not 70 yet.
And he tried to cover
enjoy.
it. He covered it by saying retired.
Yeah.
So you're not 70
All
yet.
right.
Just don't-
I did want to, talking about younger generations, that one of the most commented pictures we've had up on Facebook was Tiger's son's Isaac his son Isaac, where he planted the poppies all by dumping a seed packet all in one area. But that poppy looked like a peony.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about it on Facebook.
Yeah, and it's a peony poppy. And they're absolutely gorgeous. They're still doing great.
Really?
Yeah, still doing great.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in Facebook Live, Biz Talk Radio. Thank you so much. A big thank you to our director and studio coordinator, Bryan. And, of course, all your support over the years. We're going to be back next week, followed by a podcast next week as well. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, I'm Brian Main. And, again, want to thank all the folks, Biz Talk Radio. Continue to stream us and Facebook Live. We'll do it again next week. Have a safe week. Watch the weather and change your watering patterns. Till then, get growing, America. Take care.
Listen on the go.